my name is Lin Yui. I am 19 currently. And my mother?
I am Faris and I'm 23 this year.
What is your design inspiration?
So my design inspiration came about from air pollution, starting with a natural source, volcanoes. Because the volcanoes, it's not known that the harmful air that we breathe in every day comes from nature, Mother Nature. In such, I want to display how Mother Nature is also like causing us harm in our everyday lives. As such, we have a lot of details here. This is the highlight of the detail in our garment. It's about how the fumes that we breathe in is produced by volcanoes. And at the back, it's also a mention of lung killer, a great mention for or name for volcanoes in our way. And at the bottom of the pants, we can see that there's like craters. There's like fuming and lava from the top.
How do you feel about this design?
I generally feel like the design is really cool for myself because I'm usually wearing, like the clothes that I wear is usually like cropped or like just cropped around my waist or my hips. And then I think it's kind of cool because it's about air pollution, right? So the title itself and like the story behind it is really amazing for me. Yeah.
How do you feel about being selected as a model for this?
To be selected, I was quite surprised to be honest because opportunities like this don't come in easy for me. So I was genuinely very happy and honored to be wearing her design itself. Yeah.
Oh, cool. How long did it take you to come up with this design?
Wow, it actually came out really easy because my inspiration for being in streetwear is that it came from my love for Korean pop because majority of the garments are very simplified and it's very usual for everyday wear. As such, I really loved how like I managed to come up with this design in such a short time because we only had a term to make this garment.
What are the challenges that you encountered creating this masterpiece?
Okay, so the challenges that came about was the textile manipulation. Because I am not really used to using unconventional materials, as such, when we were making this garment, we were introduced to the methods of pre-cut machines. And such, at the bottom you can see there's like pre-cut vinyls on the craters. But then it was actually not my ideal love for using unconventional materials. So I kind of like figured out it was going to be difficult, and actually at this point I do not like how it is. And also another challenge that came about was my very intricate design of smoking. This was hand sewn one by one and also pinned down using the machine. And actually it was a really tedious task for me because I do not like hand sewing, and hand sewing to me is the whole day is really going to be really difficult for me.
If there is something that you want to change or improve on this design versus it is now, what will it be?
I will definitely change the way I made the pants. Actually, I was thinking that in my experimentation for textile manipulation, I could have just tried using more textile materials, such as maybe weaves or like knits. Maybe I could make a different way of how I portray creators, maybe more furious, more intense, instead of using just quick cut, because right now I feel like I have not expressed enough for the volcanoes and how volcanoes are very dangerous.
Is there anything that you want to suggest to the designer to improve on this style? Like for example, the fit or the length?
Right. I think personally it's just like the shorts. I personally love wider pants, like a wider shorts, more like a jorts kind of shorts. So yeah, I think that's all. Other than that, actually it's really nice. So I love it. Yeah.
What is your dream design and who do you want to design it for?
Well, my dream design would be more of wood couture. I'm very interested in wood couture. As such, I would really want to have the opportunity to maybe design for a celebrity in perhaps the Met Gala, or maybe a model or a Miss Universe. Miss Universe, they have really a variety of gowns. They are really amazing. Every year I see them, it's amazing to me. It always blows my mind. Such, I would really wish to have opportunity to maybe design for the Miss Universe, or perhaps maybe Met Gala. It's more interesting to me.
My name is Matilda and I'm 18 this year.
And you?
My name is Sina and I'm 16.
What is your style inspiration?
Generally, I take a lot of inspiration from the things I see around me. So naturally when I look around, I get inspiration from things like maybe flowers, the silhouettes, the shapes of things I see, maybe bubbles, which mainly was the inspiration for this dress.
How do you feel being selected as a model?
Honestly, I did not see this coming, but I feel really great to be selected.
Is there any challenges that you encountered creating this design?
I think mainly a big challenge I would face is color, because a main the topic for my collection is based off of ocean pollution, and in order to promote sustainability, we had to use natural ways to dye our fabrics. We had to find interesting ways to try to do textile manipulations. We had to use it was quite hard, I would say, to try to do things on your own instead of naturally buying because of sustainability. And like what I mentioned, color. So we use natural dyes like blueberries, coffee dyes, very interesting techniques to try to replicate that color that we can find in stores. But a main struggle I had was the original color of this. So it was supposed to be a darker color, but due to the natural dye it couldn't exactly replicate the shade that I wanted. But it's something that I learned, and then I will just try to find better ways in the future. And another challenge I think I struggled with was with time, because this is an assignment and we have a limited time. We have to submit this project in 8 weeks. So something I struggled with was the textile manipulations on the dress. So as you can see, each strand maybe took me about 2 hours to pull. So each part was 8 hours, and then the front and the sides all consist. So it's 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. That's already a lot of time, and then not excluding the construction of the dress.
So since you mentioned about the time, how long did it take you to come up with this design?
The design, I struggled a bit with the design because I had so many ideas and so many wild creations that I wanted to do, but due to the lack of time limit also, as well as construction and what I said, all the textile manipulations, it took me about 8 weeks to actually do this. But that includes conceptualizing, creating 50 sketches, then pulling out 5 and then taking the final one that I wanted to make.
What do you think about the fit? Is there anything that you want to suggest to the designer to change or improve on?
Okay, honestly, I'm all for this outfit, but if I could make an improvement, I'd say I like the skirt to be a little longer, just for comfort. But if not, it's honestly really nice.
If there is a dream design that you want to do, what it is, and who do you want to design it for?
A dream design. I would say that I don't necessarily have somebody that I want to design it for, but I feel I want to design it for myself, because I feel as a designer, I want to express my creativity and I want to express my own individuality through my designs. So that's why I feel it's not who I would design it for, but what I would want to show with my designs, and the values and the lessons and the meaning behind the designs that I want to show.